felt fancy. Felt like doing something else different with this whole setup thing. Figured it was about time that I made myself look a little bit more official, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with, y'all. Welcome to the Thursday night live stream. The Thursday night TIMBP live is what I've started calling it. Thank you all so much for being here. I am very, very excited for tonight's stream. I wanted to do something a little bit different because things get kind of samey from time to time, and it only seemed appropriate that I do something new. So instead of me having to tell you guys 1,000 times, first off, about where you can do super chats, it's now listed below. You can actually see it. You don't have to hear me drone on and on about it. And in a second, you're going to see a list of everything that I'm actually going to be pulling from for tonight's samples? Tastings? Ooh. Okay. Loud. That's what I got to say about that. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here, as always. Super chats are available at the links below. You can check all of that out. And now I'm going to hop over to my next screen so you guys can see what we're going to be drinking tonight. Look at this watch. Fancy schmancy, man. How about that? Is that the reflection of the sunset behind me? Yes, it is, actually. And it is quite nice. It is quite nice. So, here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pulling from a random list, or a list of 20 different whiskeys. Some of which I like, some of which I don't care for, which is the roulette part of bourbon roulette. Hold on one second. Okay, much better. There we go. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is put the numbers 1 through 20 into random.org, and I will select from all of these. Basically, whatever I guess the first 10, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe not even, 10? Whew. I would probably die if I got that far. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I forgot to get one of them out just in case it got pulled. So anyway, number 1 on the list is the 2014 Turkey 101. 2 is Dickel Bottled and Bond. 3 is Weller 107. 4, the 1792 12-year. 5 is the first one that I am severely not excited for. And that is the Spring Mill Bourbon, which if you remember, if you're a long-time viewer of the show, you know that I opened this a while ago and did not care for it. 90 proof. Number 6, Brussels Rye. Number 7 would be the Bullet Blender Select. 8 will be Benchmark. Yay. 9 would be Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520. 10 is an Eagle Rare single barrel pick. 11 would be Beam Distiller's Cut. 12 is the Lone Hand Tennessee Whiskey, which is no good. It's real bad. I've got a little airplane bottle of it. So, a revolver has 6 chambers if you still want to play, or if you want to play Russian roulette. Okay, you know what? First six that come up on random.org. Those will be the ones that I use. Anyway, number 13 would be Pure Kentucky XO, which I'm just now realizing I did not grab. So in case that one comes up, I will be sure to go and grab it. 14 is the Tattersall Single Malt Chef Justin Sutherland. I got to meet with him and chat with him as well at either Bourbon and Beyond or maybe it was Hometown Rising. I can't remember for sure. Is Lone Hand a total wine brand? Probably. 15 would be Old Crow Reserve. 16 would be the Woodinville Bottled and Bond. 17 would be Old Forester 100 proof. That's the bourbon, not the rye. 18 would be Sagamore Rye. 19, Trader Joe's Winter Wheat, which is one of my least favorite bottles that I own by far. And number 20 would be Peerless Small Batch Bourbon. All right. So, going to do this first because we do have the first super chat of the evening coming from Meredith. She said, "For the fancy," and I appreciate that. So I'm going to just... Oh, this is very appropriate. For the fancy, I will actually drink fancy. This is a pick that one of our groups did. One of our local groups did. So shout out to Kentucky Supply and Demand. I had those guys on the show before. So I'll have a little bit of fancy to celebrate the fancy. Also, I meant to say thank you to everybody who is watching on the replay here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, even if you could not make it to the actual live stream. So cheers to you, Meredith. Appreciate you. I meant to get caught up on everything in the chat. I apologize. Doing different things. Oh, man, so many people in here tonight. Tony and Meredith, of course. Bourbon Bites himself, Mr. Clifton McDaniel. Hello, Clifton. Chris from all the way down under. Joseph Brazo. Hello, my friend. Robot Scott. Thank you for being here. Donnie, the Linux Cat. Hello there. Trev Wilson. Handsome boy. Man. You're a good dude. Tired. Dustin Whitaker is here. Hello, Dustin. Good to see you, my friend, as well. Wheels with a Z. Yes, I did say Z. Mike Meyer said, "I've taken a lot of walks with Perry during this pandemic. I mean, he's in my headphones while listening to this podcast, but still, it's appreciated." I appreciate you, Mike Mike. Daniel Kerber is here as well, as is Nick Foles. Call me the Parinator, which is funny. I like that. Yes, if you have not yet hit the like button, please do so. Really appreciate that, if you could do that. All right, let's get to this random.org nonsense. So I hope you guys like the new little setup. I'm going to try to incorporate something more like this each week. So you guys have something else to look forward to, something else to look at as well, other than just my face. Okay, what am I doing? Random.org. I cannot seem to get my stuff straight today. Okay, we'll go to numbers and go to sequence generator, I believe. Yes. Okay, so smallest value would be 1. Largest value would be 20. Only need 1 column. So just so everybody can see that I am not cheating. And then I'll just hit get sequence. I'm not too upset about this list. I'm not too upset about it at all. So our first pour of the night would be the one that I hated the most and the one I wanted to get rid of the quickest too, of course, is number 19. So that would be the Trader Joe's Winter Wheat. Dadgummit. And just so everybody can see that I didn't, I'm not just going off of anything. There are the numbers. I will not reveal everything, but I'll do it as we go. I'll do it as we go. How's that sound? Oh man, I got some. I was fully expecting to get like total crap the whole way through, but it's pretty even. It's pretty even. I'm not upset about this. So, ugh. I don't want to drink this Just stupid winter wheat bourbon. It's so bad. If I can find it. I did just pull it out of the cabinet, too, which doesn't help me. Shoot. This is what happens to me when basically my entire cabinet is just out on my floor. There it is. Trader Joe's Winter Wheat Bourbon. It is a mash of 30% wheat and 70% corn. It's 84 proof. I have not had this in a hot minute. I've not had it in a hot minute. And I will reveal why to you here soon. I'm also doing this in the baby Glen because I don't want it to ruin my normal Glencairn. So, oh, what's the proof on it? It is 84. And it is basically the entire bottle. So, yeah. I'll throw it up here for you people to see too. I don't know why I subject myself to things like this from time to time, but in the name of entertainment, I guess. So, oh, okay. That's so bad. Oh, it's like wet dog and feet. That's ugh. And a little bit kind of clay. No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Hey, Dustin Whitaker with the super chat. Thank you, Dustin. He said, requesting a Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit Distillery bottle pour. I will hopefully do that soon. Maybe if I can get to it. Anyway, cheers, Dustin. Oh, I want to get this over with so badly. Oof. It tastes like old beans that have been left out for days. Oh, that is awful. Golly. That is just rotten. I will say it's opened up a little bit since I first had it. But it's not enough to it's not good. It's really not good. Did I just shoot it? No, I had a tiny sip of it. I am going to finish the rest of it now, though. Ugh. You know, I don't normally consider drain pours, but this is horrible. Donnie said, "Give it to Swine." Yeah, it can be his housewarming gift. I do not encourage anybody to purchase that. Oh gosh, horrible. Hey, I hope everybody else is drinking something better than I am in the chat at the moment. So, what are you guys drinking? Let me know in the comments. Drain it. Potentially, Dad. Potentially, Dad's here as well. Hi, Dad. Okay, the next on the list, and this is definitely going to ruin everything else for me, is number 9, which is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520. Now this I can get excited for. I'm okay. Oh, since it tastes like beans. Ah, fair enough. Nick said it can only go up from here. Sadly, it can go up, and then it's just going to go right back down. Because I've looked at the list, and I know what I have done to myself. Dustin's finishing off an Elijah Craig store pick. Dad's also not drinking anything. Fair enough. Oh, I'm excited about this. Nick said he can't stop drinking Kentucky Owl Rye Batch 2. It's all good. Amen to that, brother. Steven said, I'm drinking something I haven't had in a while. Knob Creek Quarter Oak. You know, I have some in my cabinet at the moment, and I've been meaning to pull it back out, see what's going on with it. Clifton poured some JW Dant bottled and bond. Very nice. Send it over to the Rock Gut review. He loves that nasty stuff. I don't honestly know. I don't think I've ever met the Rock Gut review. I don't know anything about him. Oh, okay. Just give me a minute with the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520. Marie wants to say hi as well. Oh. It's dense. It's a dense, fantastic nose. That's where it's at. That is where it's at. I just know, though, that, like, and seriously, I don't know if anybody read or was able to read quickly enough what was coming up in the rest of the drinks, the rest of the flight, but there's a couple. It ain't gonna be pretty. It really ain't gonna be pretty. I'm gonna tell you that much. It's not so bad there. Oh shoot, I am gonna have to get up at some point. Whoops. Oh. Will Henderson's got some 1920 tonight. Very nice. Bourbon Buddies. Also, Bourbon Buddies, hello, welcome in. I did not even see that you were here. He said, I'm in love with A120. I need to get my hands on B520 for sure. I do like A120 better, but B520, spectacular. It's very much a return to form in terms of an Elijah Craig barrel proof release. And as you can see, I've enjoyed it. When you're in quarantine for so long, when you're in the middle of a pandemic, I mean, you just, if it's there, it's like, what the heck? I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Right? Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. I promise you, Marie is not in a dogfighting league. She's just vicious. Trev Wilson's back, by the way. I'm happy to see that. Need to grab the new Knob Creek 9-year to compare to old small batch. I need to do the same, Steven. I'm looking forward to picking up a bottle of that, as well as the age-stated single barrels again. Dad's tapping out. Bye, Dad. Love you as well. Joseph said you could play Animal Crossing. I've done plenty of that. I also have played plenty of Super Mario Brothers and The Legend of Zelda. I just started Zelda today. I think it was today. So I got plenty on my table. On my plate. I got plenty on my plate at this point. Christopher David, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Christopher David. Marie is so small. Yes. Don Nishida, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Don. I feel like I need this as maybe like a reverse palate cleanser. Hold on to a little bit of it, so that I know what good bourbon tastes like, as opposed to some of the crap that I'm about to drink. Because I got some real duds headed my way. So, but I gotta be fair. I gotta be honest. I gotta do everything by the rules of roulette. The rules at roulettes. I gotta do everything up to code. Good night, sweet prince. More to come. I'm not excited about this next one, you guys. I set myself up for failure. And in this case, I have truly failed. The next number that was drawn was 5, which makes it the Spring Mill bourbon. In this really quite pretty ceramic bottle. But what is unfortunately inside is disgusting. That's pretty awful. That's pretty terrible. Oh no. Just a little bit. It's like cloudy too. which I'm not happy about. Yes, it is the Spring Mill. And I ain't excited about it. It just says bourbon, whiskey, not straight. It is twice barreled though. It's 90 proof and apparently is the distiller's selection. Produced and distilled by, and bottled by rather, Heartland Distillers, Indianapolis, Indiana. Bourbon buddies, I appreciate the goodwill. Did I make my father drink that? Probably at some point. Yep, there's the paint. There's the paint thinner. Maybe it's just paint. I think it's more like just paint. It's bad. It's bad. It's a real bad nose. That's what I'm getting at. There's just not really anything redeeming about it either, which is scary. Maybe a slight, like, watermelon note. I don't know. Dustin said, I'm a Hoosier and I don't approve this bourbon or distillery. Dustin is a Hoosier and he does not approve this bourbon or this distillery. Oof. Oof. Golly. It's like disturbingly bad. Like it shouldn't be so bad. Ugh. And it's bad to the point of like you're just angry about it. Like there's nothing that makes you excited at all. It's just horrible. You talk about a drain pour. There's a good chance this could be another drain pour. Steven thinks the bottle paint leaked into the bourbon. I would not be surprised. Series 17. I wonder how many series they've had. Oh, it is 2 years old. Aged in new charred American oak for 2 years, then rebarreled in new charred oak barrels before bottling for additional character and finish. I don't remember what I said about this originally. I know it was non-favorable. Unfavorable? It was unfavorable. This is just... I wonder what kind of, like... I wonder how far I could like launch this out of a t-shirt cannon. We can find out. Maybe that could be what I do over Memorial Day weekend. Golly. Ugh. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Ugh. Okay. Number 18, though, is my next pour. And this one is the Sagamore Rye. Sorry, I got to refer to my notes as well. You know what, Dustin? You make a good point. Kentucky Spirit for the palate cleanser. I'm going to do that, and I have to stand up to get it. And I also have to get one of the other bottles. I think that I have to grab it. Yes, I do. So I'm going to stand up and do that. So hold on 2 seconds. I apologize for having to stand. But Dustin made a very good. He had a very good idea, and I can't say no to a good idea. Yes, Dustin, it will be the barrel proof Sagamore that you gave me. So for a little bit of a palate cleanser, I'm going to take a deep pour, nice little dive into Kentucky Spirit, which is a very special bottle. It's from basically my last big outing before the coronavirus hit, and it's a fantastic Kentucky Spirit bottle that Dustin and I shared with my brain is that we shared with Bob Little and Cletus, otherwise known as Travis, our good buddy Travis Gintz. So yeah, have a little halftime show pour, I suppose. Still, a spectacular Kentucky Spirit pick. And it was just in the gift shop, too. Forgot what was in that glass. Nasty. Nasty. All right. Let's have a little bit of this Sagamore Rye. It's the cast strength 112.2 proof. If you watched some of our recording last night for next week's episode, you know that we drank this. Swan and I did. Ooh, okay. Went a little heavy with that, but it ain't a stream if there ain't a Perry pour at some point. And it wasn't really a Perry pour. I've just been trying to go a little bit lighter. So anyway, this is number 18 rather, on my list. And this is the Sagamore Cast Strength Rye. I'm excited for this one, though. It's a rye. I like it. I really do like the nose on this one. It's very bacon spice heavy. It just feels like fresh baked cookies. and goodness. Yeah, I like the nose on this one a lot. I honestly like the palate even better. That is delicious. I'm happy this one came up in the. Oh man, that is good. But I'm very happy that this one came up in the roulette. Oh man. I promise she's just playing with the dogs next door. I guess you can hear that. I don't even know. Clifton was trying to solve green screen problems. That's okay. Donnie heard bacon spice. I meant baking spice. I apologize. I should have enunciated a little bit better. Dustin wanted to like it, but gave me nuclear level heartburn. I had to jump a couple messages to figure out exactly what you were saying there, Dustin. Steven said, I like Sagamore Rye a lot. I have a Moscatel. I don't know that word. Moscatel. Moscatel. Finished one that's really good. Goo. It's really goo. I like to imagine that actually was how it was supposed to be read there, Steven, that it's really goo. Yeah, I have to imagine that this would be great finished. I would definitely try it finished. I would. For sure. For sure. Sorry, just making sure everything's okay. Apologize. I don't mean to be distracted. Don't mean to. Could I just what if I ever did just do like a full on Ron Swanson hour-long stream of just hanging out and being silent but drinking and like responding to questions in the chat? I would lose a lot of viewers. I would lose a lot of viewers if I did that. So I'm not going to do that. You know, when you have an idea and like you get a little bit excited about it, and then your brain, like as you're thinking through it, just goes, "What are you doing? Like, don't. That's a terrible idea. Horrible idea." But what it stemmed from was me just wanting to take some time to enjoy this. Can't tell me, but I can't. Can I do my Homer? You can't tell. Nope, I can't. That's a great reference though. There, Dustin. Mm. Okay, there we go. Oh man. Part of this is fun. Part of this is like I can't. I'm enjoying the crap out of this, but like every now and then I remember that I've got something coming up that I might not like. But you know what? Honestly, things are behind me. The past is certainly behind me now. And looking at the list, the only thing I've got to look forward to is good whiskeys. So, I mean, that's how you. I guess that's how you play roulette. 60% of the time, it works every time. What am I doing next? Oh yeah, next is number 13, which is the one that I had to get up and get. And it's the Pure Kentucky XO, which I'll kind of put a little bit of a hurting on. But I believe this one is from 2018, I think. I can't remember for sure. It was before they switched over to Maybe that's a caveat I have to make with the next time I do this. Then I'll have to make it caps that I can actually screw off. Yeah, Simpsons quote. I got that. I sure didn't stall on the winter wheat. Yeah, fair enough. The Christmas episode was kind of like that. That's fair. That's fair. I'm thinking about doing another one like that too. In Christmas, maybe. Oh, you know what would be good? Maybe doing that for my birthday this year too. Just allowing myself like an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, to just hang out. But I definitely want to do the Christmas thing again. That being said, there will be a baby in the house by that point. Maybe that'll be the perfect time for me to do it. Will Henderson, Perry, any news on when distilleries are opening back up for tours? I have no idea, to be honest with you. Tell you what, Will. We will try to... I'm going to reach out to a couple. I'm going to reach out to a couple of distilleries, a couple of friends that we have at the distilleries. And if it's not on next week's episode, we'll talk about it on next week's live stream then. Because I have no idea what's going on. I do know that there was a Scotch distillery that said that they were not going to be opening back up for any tours this year. So if bourbon distilleries are going to follow suit, it would not surprise me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll certainly see. But I wouldn't hedge my bets too hard. So, unfortunately. Anyway. Let's have some Pure Kentucky XO. 107 proof, right? Yes, 107 proof. Dustin said, past is there, here is now, future is forever changing. Amen. Clifton said, I wouldn't want to start with a bad shot in real Russian roulette. Doesn't matter how sweet the other options are. You're dead. Fair enough. Steven said, I don't mind. That was a fun episode. I appreciate that. I like doing some kind of more creative stuff from time to time with the show. It allows me just to flex and kind of exercise my creativeness, I guess, my editing skills. And so I definitely want to do more of that sometime in the future. So, stuff happens, man. And, it's kind of the reason why I wanted to do something extra for the, for the live streams too, and make it a little bit more, more personable. I don't know. Make it a little bit more my own. Having something that was a little bit more brand specific. I mean, like I'm working on a couple other ideas for it as well, which more to come on that in the future. But yeah, it's fun stuff. Anyway, Pure Kentucky XO. Whoa. That is such a difference from the last thing. I mean, where the last one, excuse me, was just like straight clove and bacon spices. I mean, this is like peanut butter city. That is tasty. I like that. I like that a lot. I tend to go back and forth with Willet products, and I'm never really entirely sure what I'm feeling about them at any given time. For the most part, I'm just not a big fan. But this one surprises me. constantly. I'm always surprised by this one. I do love me some peanut butter as well, Trev Wilson. Clifton said, I've only tried this in a flight with other products from the distillery. I don't remember it standing out. I do prefer the I couldn't get out of that sentence without it sounding awful. I do wow. The whiskey works. I do prefer the rye, is what I was going to say. Out of their lineup of products, the rye is definitely where I am most engaged, I believe. Steven said, Perry, can we get live music show up on here maybe sometime? I don't really play too much, but I mess around a lot with music production. I would love to do a little live concert where I'm also drinking some whiskey. I would love to do that. Maybe not next week. And by the way, there is going to be a week, I think, that I will be off from doing the live stream, but I probably will have a new episode up that week. But we're actually going out of town for the first time in Lord knows how long. But yeah, I don't think that I'll be able to do a live stream that week. But hopefully soon. The answer is yes. I definitely want to do a music live stream that also has some whiskey aspects to it as well. Dustin said, me neither. Will, it's not on my search list. Just isn't. It's just not up there for me. Clifton said, oh yeah, Will It Rye? Super unique. I think I could probably pick it out of a blind flight. I could probably do the same. I feel strongly. Sorry, my headphones are being weird tonight. I apologize. I feel good about the way that I could identify Will It Rye, but at the same time, I've been proven wrong many times. Will asks, Perry, have you seen the rare breed rye yet? I hear it's been seen out in the wild. I have heard that as well, but to be quite honest with you, I have not been out of the house really in the past couple of weeks, especially to go to a liquor store. So I have not had the chance to go and look for anything in particular. However, I will definitely be getting out this weekend. So I'm gonna go searching a little bit, doing a little bit of hunting, because I need something to look forward to. Dustin's also looking for the rare breed rye. Can't not, man. Can't not. Chris is having a Michter's small batch in hope of some future content very soon. I'm waiting for the reply. That's all I can tell you, Chris, buddy. So, is rare breed rye out yet? I didn't think it was. From what I understand, it's starting to kind of hit shelves slowly but surely. So we'll see. Of course, I've not seen the 17-year bottle in a bond, but we shall see. Clifton hasn't been to a physical liquor store in like 3 months. It's a real shame. Okay, here's a question for you guys in the chat. What is the one bottle, maybe a couple of bottles, that you were really hoping to be able to find once you are able to get out into the world and start finding bottles again? Because I would like to find some more, Elijah Craig barrel proof bottles, personally. But who's to say whether or not that's even going to happen? Nick Foles asks, what's your top 3 Booker's batches? Off Your Rocker. Man. Off Your Rocker is easily my favorite. Front Porch batch. And Big man, small batch. Maybe not in that exact order, but that's definitely kind of how I would rank them. I think just in terms of what I look forward to, or what I would prefer with Bookers. Steven hasn't been inside either, but has done some curbside pickup, which is sweet. That is nice. Clifton hopes to find Larceny and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520. Trev has still been going to the liquor store weekly, even throughout quarantine. Fair enough. Nick Foles said Stag Jr. and E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof is what he's hoping to find. Will Henderson is hoping to find the Stag Jr. Batch 14. No clue when that will drop. Me neither, but I would definitely be looking forward to trying that, of course. Dustin Whitaker. Hi, Dustin again. Rare Breed Rye, Booker's 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20 20. So I'm looking forward to picking it up as well. Nick said good picks. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Will wants to find the new Old Forester picks. I want to try one at the very least, for sure. Steven said Rare Breed Rye, that 17 Masters Keep, then just picks. I need some Four Roses picks. I need some Four Roses picks as well. And some Russell's picks. I need to stock back up on some of my favorite picks. Well, some of my favorite styles of picks or brands of picks. Yeah. Chris just sent an order to Seth for our big order wish list. Very nice. Very cool. Steven said, I'm with you, Perry. Off Your Rocker is my favorite too. I freaking love that bottle, man. Freaking love it. Okay, we got time for the very last pour in the Bourbon Roulette TIMBP Live. What was weird, Donnie? What happened? Did anyone else's audio just mess up for a second? What happened to the audio? Did it speed up real quick or? Weird audio glitch, but it's all good now. Fair enough. Whatever. As long as it corrected itself. Eric Bogard, who has been lurking, I believe. Hello, Eric. I am looking forward to finding the next batch of Stag Jr. I cannot wait for the next batch. Dustin said, I thought the gummies kicked in. That's not how gummies work, buddy. I'm fine now. Okay. I said 20 a million times. I was just saying 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Well, I've got to go back and listen to that then. That's happened to me on something recently. What was it? I can't remember. Will asked, I know you mentioned it in a podcast, but what was your go-to Four Roses product? Definitely the small batch select. Second to that is probably, I don't know, I have a hard time choosing between the small batch and the single barrel. But if I could find a single barrel store pick, I'm all about that. I went to the store this past weekend to find an OBSQ pick that a store had put out, and unfortunately it was already sold out, which I was not happy about. So drop an F in the chat for my inability to pick up an OBSQ, which is a bottle I've never had. Z-Man, whoa, all the way from Arizona. Welcome. Cheers to you too. He said Eagle Rare, hard to find out here. Sipping it now. Hang in there. I work the state prison and the wife is a nurse. Cheers, Perry. Cheers to you too, Z-Man. I'm gonna give you a big old cheers for that one. Fantastic. Lil is in here.
for a bit. Hi, Lil. I'm glad it fixed itself. I got to be honest with you. 20 watching, 18 likes. Come on, you two. Yes, come on, I guess. Yeah, if you guys have not actually hit the like below, if you are new to the channel, and you have not yet subscribed, please do so as well. New episodes drop here on YouTube every Wednesday, and the live streams happen every Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. right before the Bourbon Bites live streams, which happen over on Clifton's channel. Donnie or Trev, if one of you guys could drop the link to Clifton's live stream, that would be great, so that everybody can hop over there after this is over. But anyway, I am finishing up my bourbon roulette with the Woodinville Anniversary Bottled and Bond Washington straight bourbon whiskey. 20 for 20. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Clifton is actually also headed over to set stuff up for his stream. So there you go. We'll follow you over there. Anyway, our last pour was number 16, which is this Woodinville Bottled and Bond. So perfect. Also perfect that Trev and Donnie both dropped the link. So awesome. Hey, Donnie, I'm seeing that Trev got in before you did, man. So. Dang it, that's a good bottle. That's a real good bottle. All right, you guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this week on the... wait, I did it wrong. On the TIMBP Live. I appreciate you guys being here so much. I was really happy to do something different and something new. Eric asked if I was going to infinity pour all those. Not likely. Not likely. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me this evening, as we always do on Thursdays. You can find links to all of our social media and merchandise and Patreon in the description below. If you are not already a subscriber to our Patreon, it's where you get exclusive content like bonus episodes, the pregame chats before each episode, as well as some live streams and hangouts. We need to do a hangout here soon, you guys. So if you are not yet a part of the Patreon community, it is patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. So please go over there and do that. Like I said, everything is in the description below, all the links, including where you can do super chats, donations to the show if you feel so inclined to do that. Thank you all so much. It was great having you all in tonight. I will see you next week. But until then, I'm Perry, and this is the TIMBP Live. Cheers, guys.